Hey folks, sitting here at Old Fort Golf Club in Murfreesboro, Tennessee with Trey Adams, PGA professional, the director of golf here at Old Fort, and also the lead instructor for the PGA Hope program here at Old Fort, which is what we're here to talk about. This channel is about playing golf and how golf relates to the veteran community and the military community as a whole. So PGA Hope is certainly one of the programs that I wanted to highlight and get some information out to you folks about. So in case you don't know about the program or you've heard about it, but just looking for a couple more details, we're going to give you some information and share how you can get involved with it. So with that, Trey, you want to give the folks a little introduction about yourself and kind of why you decided to get involved with PGA Hope?
Yeah, absolutely. Just first a little bit about myself. Played a couple years of college golf and then went to Mississippi State for the golf management program. Been in golf now since 2014 full time, and going on my been here 7 years, going on 8th season now at Old Fort, and this is our 5th year of PGA Hope here in Murfreesboro, and just wanted to get involved with my first experience with it was at the Mississippi State University golf course. I worked there before coming up here, and they had kind of when PGA Hope really had just gotten started, and was a part of a class there as one of the instructors, and really enjoyed it and wanted to bring that to Murfreesboro. It was a great experience and good. I thought a great opportunity for veterans and way to give back for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So from that time till now, what have you seen growth-wise with PGA Hope?
Yeah, so for us here, we started the year after COVID. We tried to start 2020 and had to kind of push everything back to 21. And we started out with a spring and fall class, which was what we still continue to do. But that first year, maybe first 3 sessions, something like that, we had, we might have 10 sign up, we might have 5 or 6 show up to the class, and then this class that we're currently running now, we had 15, and so they want to keep a 5-to-1 instructor ratio. So we have 3 certified PGA Hope professionals here, and so we've got 15 that had signed up, and then we had another 15 on the waiting list. So and hopefully by the fall class, we hope to at least have 1 more certified instructor to be able to offer this class to 20 veterans at a time, because the demand seems to be there for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. And just the fact that you have a wait list is showing there's quite a bit of interest in the program itself.
Yeah, it's for sure grown. I mean, I think it's probably it's I would imagine nationwide. It's not just our program here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's start off with what is the PGA Hope? What could somebody expect when they sign up?
Yeah, so every program is slightly different, probably in terms of what the experience looks like, but it's all going to be a 6 to 8 week program. Our program here is 6 weeks. Each session is going to be an hour and a half, basically, no matter where you go. And we start off near the hole. We like to start with putting, and because we feel like that's probably the easiest thing for most people to relate to. Maybe they've done a little bit of putt, but also because it's probably the most important. I mentioned that basically 40% of your shots roughly come with your putter. So yep. We start close to the hole. It's also had Tiger Woods learn the game. He turned out to be pretty good at golf.
A little bit.
Unfortunately, here lately, thinks I had a car wrecks, but anyway, that's a different thing. But
yep.
Yeah, so if we can, so we start there, and then we move to short game, chipping, putting. That's week 2. And then what we're going to do today, week 3, is full swing. We learn the kind of the foundation of that, and making solid contact with the ball. Week 4, we do woods and drivers. We focus more on direction control. And then week 5 is we get into a little bit of rules and etiquette. We get into some course management. And then by week 6, the plan is to have a graduation ceremony for everybody that's attended 4 weeks of the program. And we'll do a on-course competition of some sort. And then we will have like I said, that graduation, feed everybody, and just hopefully, build some connection among the veterans and get them in a position where they feel like they can enjoy golf.
Yeah, community is huge. We did a sit down with the Tennessee State director for the VGA, and that was it keeps coming up with everybody I talk to, him, yourself, the community. That's really important, especially for folks getting out of the military and trying to find, where you fit in. Sometimes that can be tough, whether it's, job placement or, a group to talk to, group to hang out with, hobby, as addicting as golf is, just having something to plug yourself back into is pretty big. So you mentioned just a minute ago, you have a spring 6-week session and a fall 6-week session.
That's correct.
If somebody wanted to do both of those, could you do both, or?
I think what I always tell people is I believe they will let you sign up. What I want to do, knowing that there is a waiting list, what I always tell people is if you graduated and you got your card, I would prefer that you not register online for our program. If you want to register for somebody else's program, get a different experience, I'm all for it. But what I would say is, if you want to come, just let me give you the dates. I want you to come out. I just don't want you to take someone else's spot. We'll be glad for you to be here.
Yep.
But I don't want to, you've kind of already been here. You kind of know where to go, what the drill is. You got my contact info. So I'm like, hey, just come on out. Here's the class if you want to help, if you want to take the class again, whatever it is, just let me know you're coming. But just come, and don't sign up online and kind of take somebody's spot. That way we can still keep that instructor ratio that they want, and we can count them as a volunteer, but knowing that they've been through the program, they can absolutely, still take advantage of what we have to offer.
Yeah, that's a great point. The PGA Hope program, specifically is an introduction into golf, right? So somebody who maybe, never played the game before, wants to get involved, or somebody that's, dabbled in it but really wants to get a little more standard, instruction and get some help with things. So yeah, certainly guys, if you go through the program, the PGA Hope program, and you graduate, you have an inside route to the instructors, right? So PGA Hope is to give you that initial introduction, and then growing after that, you have the instructors that you've worked with through the program that you can go see after the fact and kind of evolve your game, right? So might not be a bad idea to try and do here in Murfreesboro anyway, where you have a spring and a fall. If you're interested in getting involved with golf, maybe jump in the spring program, and after that 6-week graduation program, play golf through the summer and kind of work on things that you learned, and then in the fall, maybe give your instructor from that PGA Hope program a call and say, hey, I've played all summer. This is maybe some areas I want to work with, and then y'all can schedule a time together and work on that.
Yeah, so I mean, we can certainly do a private lesson, something like that, but or maybe it's just coming back for a couple weeks on whatever it is that they felt like they needed help with from their time playing. And I'll say that when they sign up, they do the online questionnaire. We do the PGA does collect I think they have a question where basically it's like, how much have you played? Are you a frequent player? Do you, occasionally, or you're a beginner, you've never played? Like, so, and we get a wide range, and what we try to do is obviously we'll figure out where everybody's skill level is at, and we can tailor that instruction, whether they're, someone like yourself that's a better golfer. Obviously we're going to have to spend a little more time with those beginners, but we can still hopefully find something that can be beneficial to every skill level, no matter where they're at, because we still want to build that community. I think that is important for people, that if they don't have it, to come out and enjoy that experience for sure. Yeah,
absolutely. I would say so. So there are lots of different types of veterans, right, that are looking to get into golf. Some, like myself, who still have a fair amount of mobility, maybe a few back issues, and things like that. But then there are probably some other folks out there that, maybe have some amputations and some more physical limitations as far as a golf swing is concerned. Is there anything, the PGA Hope, maybe not as a whole, but you can speak towards, here at Old Fort, that maybe you have that can help those folks that want to get involved?
Yeah, and that is another piece of information that the PGA collects going into the program. Are there any types of physical challenges that the students might have? And as a PGA Hope certified instructor, that is one of the things that they train us on. That's obviously a little bit different than maybe just our normal teaching and coaching instruction, as you go through that PGA program. But so here personally at Murfreesboro, we have a handicap accessible cart. It's called a solo rider. So they can put their clubs on the front. They've got a seat that buckles them in. They can swivel to the side, basically grab a club and swing. And so that would allow them to play if they, have a challenge walking or getting around the course. But I mean, we've also, maybe if you only got one arm, or maybe, you can't see, whatever the case may be, we want to find a way for everyone to play golf and enjoy golf. And it may look a little different, but I think everybody can still get out here and have a good time and enjoy themselves and be a part of the community.
Awesome. Sure. Yeah. So don't let that deter you guys. If you want to get plugged in and you want to get involved, certainly reach out, because you never know. All states and all sections inside of the states probably have different abilities, different pieces of equipment, to help you out. So don't just think that you're isolated and you can't jump in because you may have a certain physical limitation, right? Just reach out, get in touch with somebody. All the PGA Hope links will be in the description, so that way we can help you find the section inside of your state that you can call and get plugged into. So we've talked about what the PGA Hope is. We've hit on growth over the last 10 years, but I have some stats that I've collected that I want to share with you guys, just to kind of give you from a numbers perspective, what the growth has looked like in the PGA Hope. And we talked about growth in the VGA, and it's really growth in the golf community as a whole. I mean, not just your normal everyday golfers, but I mean, male golfers, women golfers, kids getting involved in golf, veterans getting involved. I mean, it's just absolutely blown up over the last 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk too much about necessarily what we've got going on here, but we are a public facility, and we're very busy. We see about 50,000 golfers a year come through the course. And so certainly since 2020, golf has really kind of gotten that second win since maybe Tiger and
right.
that I've seen. And I mean, we try to offer something for everybody, because there's a lot of interest, I think, for sure, in the game, and it's only growing and seems to be getting bigger for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So just a couple numbers I want to throw out. So the PGA Hope has served around 65,000 veterans nationwide since 2015. That's pretty big. That's a large number. It's one of the largest veteran golf programs in the country. It now operates in all 50 states with over 600 program locations. So that's kind of giving you an idea of how much it's grown and what the demand looks like. Again, we talked about wait lists. The amount of PGA professionals that are getting involved and getting certified for, instructor slots with the PGA Hope. So growth is out there, guys. If you're in, you may think you're isolated, in one state or another, but again, click on those links that we have in the description. I guarantee you there's a program near you that you can get involved in. Got a greens mower going in the background. Hope it doesn't cause too much background noise, but again, we're at a golf course, guys. This is what you get. It's a little chilly morning here in Murfreesboro, so they got probably a little bit of a later start, but we're gonna keep rolling with it. Again, the links will be in the description, but what's a way somebody could, find their PGA Hope section?
Yeah, I mean, I think as you mentioned, there's a class, there's opportunities in every state, and so if you just Google PGA Hope, it's going to take you to the national webpage. From there, you can enter your zip code, and then it's going to direct you to the opportunities nearest them. And so each state or each PGA section has of course, its own programs. Here in Tennessee, there's a number of different ones throughout the state: Knoxville, Chattanooga, Murfreesboro, Franklin, Memphis. So kind of no matter where you're at in the state, there's going to be something close to you. There's probably even others that I didn't mention, but that's going to be the starting point. Just Google the PGA Hope, get to the national website, plug in the address or your zip code, and that'll get you close to something nearby you.
Awesome. So yeah, pretty simple process, and you can feel free to comment down below and reach out if you need any assistance, and you click on those links and you can't seem to find what you're looking for. I'll certainly reach out and help. So once somebody graduates the 6-week program, what comes after that?
Yeah, so there's a number of different opportunities. We will have somebody from the Tennessee PGA section here that will speak to some of those opportunities. We've got leagues that have developed in kind of the local area. We got a little 6-hole par 3 course that all the graduates will be able to play at no cost. Opportunities like the VGA certainly out there, more competitive. So I think no matter where it is that you're looking to, whatever it is that you're trying to do with golf, whether it's just have some fun with your buddies and play the par 3 course or be competitive in the VGA, or maybe the league that they've got's a little 9-hole scramble. So they try to hit all those different skill levels. There's also once a year they have the Tennessee PGA has what they call the Secretary's Cup. So just happened a few weeks ago, and we'll try to get people from all over the state from all those Hope programs together. And there'll be limited opportunities for that, but we'll get graduates from each program across the state competing against one another, kind of in a fun event. So a lot of different ways, and we'll try to make sure everybody knows what those opportunities are at the end of the class.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's, you go through the 6-week program, but it doesn't just end there, right? And that's kind of the bigger thing. And in your different states and your different sections, I'm sure everybody will have their own different events and things that you can get involved with after that graduation. So it's kind of hard to talk to what exactly that would be. But the big picture is it doesn't end when you graduate. There'll be other opportunities, with the class or with the instructor, or, even volunteering at like PGA Corn Ferry Tour events and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think you can get as much out of it as you want. Whatever Hope program you're a part of or you get involved in, I think the instructors there in that program are going to be able to guide you to whatever it is you're looking for, whether it's a local league. We run a number of different leagues here at the course that anybody can jump into, and we do have a lot of veterans that play. They're not specifically veteran programs, but we've got a senior league out there playing right now for those 55 and older. We have a men's golf association that plays once a month on Saturday. So there's a lot of different opportunities like that. But like you mentioned, once you sign up and register for that program, the Tennessee PGA can communicate certain opportunities, like you mentioned, serving as a scorer, or different opportunities like that at PGA Tour or Corn Ferry Tour events. So there's a lot of unique opportunities. Heard a lot of cool stories from people that have gotten plugged in that way and done some pretty cool stuff. So
yeah, lots of avenues open up through the PGA Hope once you graduate, guys. So I want to circle back kind of towards the beginning. We were talking about the program here at Old Fort specifically, and how you start with putting, and work your way up to driver in the long game. It might seem a little boring, in the beginning. Everybody wants to get the driver out and just start smacking the ball as hard as you can on the driving range.
Sure.
But what that eventually leads to is a black bottomless pit of YouTube training instructor videos that you can get absolutely lost in and spend hours looking at, that ultimately are going to hurt you in the long run, right? I mean, those instructor and training videos on YouTube are great if you know exactly what your issue is, and that is specifically your issue that you can go fix. So I think the fact that, your program here at Old Fort starts with putting and then goes to chipping and then irons and, works all the way progressive up through the bag is big. And it also relates to, standardization. In the military, there's SOPs for everything, So I think the curriculum that you guys have here at Old Fort certainly fits that standard.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, whether I'm teaching this class or I'm teaching an individual lesson, I've got a structured kind of approach to it. And yeah, there's going to be certainly different people are going to have a little different avenues, and people are going to be able to move and do things a little bit differently, but there's still an order that needs to kind of take place for you to be effective. And I think if people can understand what that order is and know where to go, we're going to talk. It's funny you talked about YouTube instructors. We're going to talk some about that today. Until you can learn to make the solid contact with the ball, I don't care what this position, whatever it is that you're looking at on YouTube or Instagram or wherever looks like, if you can't hit the ball in the center of the club face and get it airborne, it doesn't really matter what that position looks like. So yeah, there's a lot of good information out there, but like you mentioned, it's got to be relevant to you, and you got to understand the whys. I
think lots of us at some point have been in the living room like P6, P4, the slide.
Yeah.
You can definitely lose yourself in it for sure.
Yeah. Which is one of the fun things about it, though. It is one of the fun things about golf. But yeah.
It is, and it's a extremely addicting hobby. I mean, it begins of, you know, maybe just wanting to learn something and get involved in the community and get out of the house and meet some new folks and you know, make some new friends. But at some point in that journey, you're gonna find yourself addicted. I mean, golf is just one of those things. So what do you think makes the PGA Hope a little bit different than some other programs that are out there?
Well, first of all, I mean, if we didn't mention this already, I mean, it is free, right? So if you're a veteran,
I don't think we did.
I don't know. Yeah. So, it stands for Helping Our Patriots Everywhere. That's what the acronym HOPE means. And it is a completely free program. So if you're a veteran or you're active duty, it is totally free. So that obviously right away separates it from pretty much every other program out there.
Yeah.
Golf instruction wise. So that is probably the biggest thing. But certainly, as you already mentioned, you know, when you get in the class, we've got 15 people. You get the Army guys, the Air Force guys, the Navy guys. They got their own little, you know, things going on there. And of course, I'm not a veteran, but I appreciate that the camaraderie, and also the kind of the punchlines and the jabs at one another in the branches of service. So I think, you know, and obviously that kind of makes it fun for everybody, right? Throw in some friendly competition. You know, we're here to have a good time. We're not here to you know, make fun or we're just here to, you know, obviously have something fun to do, build community, teach people about the game of golf, and hopefully give them something that they enjoy and build, you know, just again, build that community.
Yeah, cool. All right, quick note before we wrap things up. We had a few more minutes of conversation, but we unfortunately lost that last bit of footage. But programs like the PGA Hope are doing some really incredible, important things for veterans, you know, not just through golf, but through community and through purpose. That's a huge part, really the entire reason why I started this channel and highlighting programs like the PGA Hope. So if you're a veteran or you know somebody who is, you know, reach out, let them know about the PGA Hope. Again, we'll have some links down in the description so that you can easily find you know, the section in your state where you can reach out and get in touch with somebody and join a program and ultimately just get plugged into a really great community. That's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you in the next one.